Okay, let's talk fire. Ways to have fires, start fires, cook using fire. This is a butane. I'm sure most of you people know. Um, this is an easy way to get fire, to boil water, to get heat, whatever you need it for. You put your little camp stove on top, put your cup on top, easily get your water to boil pretty quickly. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's easy to pack away. You can buy them pretty much anywhere, Walmart, any sort of like outfitter store, whatever. That's one way to do it. But if you're like me and once in a while you like to have a, I guess you could call it like a bush sort of style pit, when you're out in the woods and you just want to try to rough it, and you want to gather some sticks, some wood, get an actual decent fire going, and you know, most of the time you're out and you want to find some sort of, you want to make some sort of a fire pit to hold in the heat, to make your coffee, to put water in if you need to boil it for your MREs or whatever you need it for. But that could also be kind of inconvenient because it doesn't, whatever you're trying, like if you have a coffee pot, you put it into the fire, it could fall over easily. Or if you have like pots and pans, that's the same thing. You could ruin it by having it inside the fire. It could be too much heat, whatever it might be. But I came up with an idea for a portable fire pit. I designed it, and I think that it is pretty, it's pretty simple. It's one piece, which is nice, because if you have more than one piece, which I've done a lot of research and I've seen out there that there are pieces that just kind of, I guess, interlock with one another, and that's a great way to do it. But if you lose a piece, you're kind of in trouble, because you need to either buy another piece, make another piece, or if you lose it somewhere or you forget a piece at the house, whatever it might be, that could pretty much ruin a whole camping trip for you if you aren't going to be doing it on the ground. So this is a rough it pit sort of deal, and we'll go over a couple different features. This is what it looks like opened up, and this is what it's like closed. So it's about 2.3 pounds. I mean, it could be lighter, but if it were any thinner, this is 20 gauge brushed stainless steel, so it's pretty thick, which I think it's the right size, because if you were to get it too hot, the metal or the stainless steel, whatever it might be made out of, could warp and bend, and it just may not interlock with one another again. So we'll bring that out later. So the way this works, everything is together with rivets, stainless rivets. Folds out. Everything is one piece, held together pretty well with all the rivets. Moves pretty freely. Then it all just folds into itself. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Its overall size is 7¼ inches tall, and then 6½ wide, square all the way around. The extra 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, whatever it might be, I believe it's a 1/2 inch, is on the bottom here, so the air can get up underneath. Which actually, you know what? Let's bring it out. Boop. It has the little extra length on the bottom, so when it's actually sitting on the ground, the air still gets underneath. And the bottom grate here, it still has the slots on the bottom, so that airflow is constantly blowing up underneath it, and you're not smothering your fire and chancing putting it out. As you can see, it has the Ever Arbor logo on 2 different sides. That we'll get into that on another date. But yeah, that's good. So that'll also help some air kind of keep building through, and it helps push the heat out. So if you just want to use this to keep warm, you know, it's got the top grate here, which also has the little slits in it, so the flames can come up, heat comes up. You can boil your coffee. And I did do a test previously with this actual pot here filled with water, and it's not super heavy, but you know, I don't know how much weight you want to put on this thing, but it'll hold up pretty well. But it is tested for that. And if you want to, you could probably put some food on here, steaks, hot dogs, I don't know, maybe burgers, whatever. I really don't think you'd want to put any stuff like that on there, but you can probably put a cast iron pan on top of here and then, you know, cook on that instead. So let's break it down. So you already saw what it looked like folded up. All the features of this is the top obviously folds off and on. So if you just want to have it for heat, and then if you want to roast some marshmallows, cook hot dogs over it with a stick, whatever, however you want to use it. And then it's also usually to access your wood, put your wood in there, get the fire starter in there, lighting it, however you choose to do so. It's got the bottom here. You can see there's a little slot down at the bottom. So how this works is you want to push out this side. You push it out, and then it's a little bit tough to get out because you want it to lock into place, but it has that little lip on it to lock into that slot at the bottom. So that's what is going to hold that in place. Just push out, lock it in, and that's good. Then for the solid sides here, as you can see, it's got the two solid sides. So if you're in a area where there's a lot of wind, little wind, no wind, which would be best, but if you do have some sort of wind, you can always point this in the direction of, if there's wind coming from this way, this is going to block that wind from blowing out your fire, getting, you know, losing all your heat and losing all your flames and ashes and all that. So that's a good feature to have to keep your heat. And then another good thing about the bottom is it's going to hold all of your debris. So when you're burning stuff, your sticks, it'll hold everything on top of it. And then when you're done, all you have to do is, again, push out that side. And then when you dump out all your ashes, make sure everything is out. You don't want to dump anything out in the woods. I hope you would know that. Don't dump anything hot on the ground to cause any other fires around. So wait till everything's out. It's like a trap door. Drop all your ashes out, clean it out, and then you're good there. Glad it opened up. So the way the side locks in, there's two little hooks, and there's two little slots on that side. So you just take those two together, put them in the slots. It's hard to do here at this angle. You want to lock them into place, push down, then they'll click. Locks in, you're good. Put that bottom piece in there. Everything clicks together. You're good to go. Again, this is an easy way to do it if you really want to be quick about it. But this, I think, is, you get that better bushcraft style experience. This is fun for me. I like it. I've done one test with it. I'm going to be doing another one, cooking on it, cooking several different things, water again. Put a big cast iron pan. Once I get this, I'm going to probably cook for about a half hour or so, make sure that the flames and everything get it decently hot to make sure it'll withstand certain weight. You don't want to use this for like a all-night sort of fire. This is meant for quick fires, for just getting stuff boiling, I guess. Cook food, whatever the case may be. So again, it's all one piece. You don't want to lose any parts. So there it is. But yeah, make sure you stick around, because this, with the EverArmor logo, there's going to be a lot of things going on around here with working with EverArmor. But yeah, right now I'm going to try to get a couple more made. I'm working with Evan over at FABS. He's out of Twinsburg. He goes to a lot of shows. He does a bunch of different stuff. He's got his Instagram page, his Facebook page. I don't know if he has his website up and running, but he makes a lot of great stuff. He's a good fabricator. He makes ski racks, bike racks, snowboard racks. He's got a big layout of like the Cleveland skyline with lights behind it that you can hang guitars on, whatever you choose. I'll post his link on here too below. But yeah, that's the breakdown of it. The rough it pit sort of style. So again, keep an eye out for it. I'll be posting another video here soon with some more demonstrations on, I guess, the how it handles. So thanks again. Like and subscribe, and all right, watch for the next video.